In this video I'm going to show you how to produce a cover similar to this by cutting out the head so that the model or the subject of the photograph is in front of the masthead of your magazine. So I'm starting here with an image. The image is the same size. I've put it into a blank A4 document so I know that the image is good enough to use, and we're going to start by adding a text layer. So if I come over and grab my tool palette here, in my text tool, I'm going to start typing my masthead. And I'm going to move that into position. So you can see it's obstructing the main part of the image, and what I want to do now is cut that head out. So I'm going to show you how to use the pen tool, which is quite a tricky tool, to cut out the head. So for now I'm going to click on this eye indicator and switch off that text. So it hasn't gone forever, I've just made it disappear. And then I'm going to zoom up on the top of the head so that I get a good view of what I'm cutting out. If you hold down your space bar, you get this hand, you can drag your image around. Okay, so that's what I want to start cutting out, and I'm going to come to this. It looks like a calligraphy pen and it's called the pen tool. Within it, there are a couple of types of pen. The one that we're going to use is the curvature pen tool because we're working with a very curved head. So I will do some other tutorials on how to use the pen tool because it is quite tricky. So see how you get on with this video. If you struggle, refer to my pen tool tutorial. Okay, so with the pen tool, I'm going to just cut out the top of his head because that's all that's covering the masthead. And I'm going to start about here by making one click. So click and let go. We're then going to move our mouse further up his head, and we're going to click here, and we've got a straight line, so we need to push that line out to make a circle. And I'm going to jump ahead again over here, and I'm going to push that circle out, jump again, push the circle out, and the same. Do I need to go around this here? I don't think I do. So I'm going to come across and join up this path. So you have to always join on the first point that you did. So I click here and it's created what's called a path. Now if you come over to your palettes and look for your path palette, mine is just here, you'll see that it has created a work path. Remember, if you can't find your path palette, it will be under Window. There it is. So in our path palette, we've now got a work path. We want to save that path. And we want to come back into this little menu and we want to make it a selection. Making it a selection gives us the marching ants. Once you've got the marching ants, you need to come back to your layers, and we need to make sure that we are clicked on our layer 1, so where the image is, because we want to copy from that layer. So I'm going to come and do my Control C to copy and my Control V to paste. And what's happened is it has pasted the head on a separate layer. So if I were to turn everything off bar that, you can see that all we've got is the top of his head. So if I click all this back on and I click back on the 442, we can see that all we need to do now is a little bit of shuffling around of the layers. So if I put 442 underneath the cutout of the head, you can now see, if I zoom out, that I've done exactly what I needed to do. I've cut the head out and I've placed it on top of the 442 masthead.